would you agree with me that it's really important that, in all these different nationalities, that we understand a little bit about each one's culture and race?
Yeah, of course. Of course. There was an event the other day. These vendors were Hindu and they couldn't sign anything for a 2-week period because it was auspicious, is what they call it in their culture.
Yeah.
And that was good learning because I had no idea, and I had to sort of understand and have a bit of faith that the vendor would sign at that end of time when that period was over. So it's all about, you're right, it's all about learning cultures and understanding things which I never sort of...
Yeah. And look, to be honest, Google's great for that because you can just look something up, and not that I'm very IT savvy, as you well know, and are critical of me of.
Yes.
Right. But, but it's easy to look that stuff up and learn about all those sorts of things. So you agree that that's pretty much paramount? You need to know that stuff.
Yeah, look, I think the better agents as well are more cultured, I've sort of found.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd have to agree with that.
And they also think outside the box, do things that other agents don't do.
Give me an example.
Like they sponsor local community events, but not just your average sort of events. They're going out of the way. They're doing flyer drops and having, all certain, I guess, parts of information on there which you wouldn't usually see. It's not just about selling homes. It's about, building relationships.
Yeah. Can you give me an example?
In terms of
the information that they're giving out.
Yeah, sure. I think a lot of the general agents are doing things like, free marketing, free this, free that, but eventually down the line that has to be paid for by somebody.
Yes.
I think the agents that are doing it better, you're not just putting sold properties and sold listings on there because everybody does that. They're putting things like things about promoting family environment, or they have children of their own, or they're saying that they provide a strong level of service and sort of do things that other agents aren't doing. It's a whole sort of conundrum, but there's a whole bunch of different things I think you can do to do that.
All right. Okay. And then therefore, when you're looking at that, you've sort of answered my question in a roundabout fashion. I was looking for more specifics. So, say for instance, if I was dealing with a particular Indian family, for instance, and they were moving into the area, say from Calcutta or whatever it might be, and they're moving over here, it would be really, what I think would be really good, and you guys might already do this, but it'd be good to know about where all the Indian communities are, where all those particular, their particular religious churches are located, and any infiltration or any assistance you can give them in making that connection to their communities, he would help.
That's a good idea. I don't think that's being done.
Yeah, I think that's really important, that you can even have sheets on different, whether it's Sri Lankan or Indian or Asian, and there's quite a few Malaysians now that are migrating over that are Buddhists, and there are quite a few Buddhist temples around. There's a big one in Box Hill. I can remember in the early days, we would recommend people to go over there where the Buddhist priests used to be, and we'd have a connection with them.
Yes.
And we'd give them the link, So it's just something a little bit different. So sometimes it's better to be different than be better.
Yeah, I think that's the primary goal. There's a lot of agents out there. It's very competitive.
Yeah.
And I think you've got to be different to be better.
Yeah.